of a leader to us in the household.
He called me at about 1:40, said he was getting pulled over by the police.
Get out the car!
You received an order. Obey it.
I'm honestly afraid to get out.
Now to a warning that what you're about to see could be traumatic for many of you, but that is precisely what we're exploring tonight. Images filled with recent killings or assaults of black people by law enforcement and how they can affect mental health. Evan Lambert has the story tonight.
In the last several weeks, we have seen videos, sometimes starting as just simple traffic stops, escalate into situations where someone is assaulted or killed. So how do you manage watching these traumatic videos that can sometimes take over our thoughts and feelings? Monday, police in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota released body camera video showing the last few moments of 20-year-old Daunte Wright's life. A police officer reportedly shot him when she meant to grab her taser, but pulled out her gun instead, police say. The video again showing a black man killed in a police encounter. It comes during week 3 of the Derek Chauvin trial, where images and details of George Floyd's death have been on repeat.
We have to be aware that those images are traumatizing.
Licensed clinical psychologist Dr. Nicole Alford says it's important to acknowledge the emotions these videos conjure up.
We have to be aware of how they're making us feel while we're watching them, right after we've watched them, and then, of course, several hours and sometimes days after watching them.
When it comes to coping, Dr. Alford says consume media surrounding traumatizing events in chunks, or maybe follow the latest without watching the visuals repeatedly. Talking to a mental health professional can also be key, but during the pandemic, they've been tougher to find. But you can still get help by talking to those close to you or looking for civic or church groups that offer virtual discussions.
You received an order. Obey it.
These traumatic events hitting even closer to home. Recent video shows a Windsor, Virginia police officer pepper spraying a service member, and a Pentagon police officer is under arrest, accused of shooting and killing 2 black men last week in Tacoma Park.
Is there a time that maybe it's hard to recognize, but where a person should say, look, I'm not going to watch this video?
If people don't know, but they acknowledge that they're feeling some type of way, I think that is a cue for you. And I think that's a clue that maybe you're taking in too much of these images or too much of this information.
And most states and D.C. do have hotlines that can connect you to mental health services. Also, the National Alliance on Mental Illness has online support and discussion groups, rather. Back to you.